money, me alone. I'm just getting money, I'm just getting money. Homie making good, my money, me alone. I'm just getting money, I'm just getting money. Homie making good, my money, me alone. Getting money, homie making good, my money, me alone. I'm just getting money, I'm just getting money. Homie making good, my money, me alone. I'm just getting money, I'm just getting money. Homie making good, my money, me alone. I'm just getting money, I'm just getting money. Homie making good, my money, me alone.
Oh, yo, what's going on? What's going on, everyone? It's your boy, Coach Ricks, man. And this is Coach's Talk, where we discuss all things OU related, college football related, all things in between. Before we get started, please hit that red subscribe button, like the videos, man, ring that bell so you won't miss any content that we got going forward. We already got people in the building. What's up, John Russell? What's up, Ghost of Kale Gundy? Boy, look at this. Let's go. Good afternoon. Hey, man. I'm excited today, man. We got a lot of stuff to cover today. Bishop's going to be coming in here in a few minutes. Man, where should I start? I want to start with softball, but at the same point in time, man, I want to start with the guys' baseball. Then I want to start with the OKC Thunder. So we're just going to try and dribble a little something until Bishop gets in here. But I want to talk about Tennessee. I stand corrected, man. The last podcast we had, I told myself and everything, man, that Jessica Mendoza said that Tennessee, after that heartbreaking loss to Oklahoma, that they would fold. I stand corrected. They played their ass off, man. They played their ass off the last two games, and they showed me something, man. I think that the longer you play, you get tired. Things start to happen. That's why tonight, man, I'm hoping that my OU girls pull it out, man. But at the same point in time, man, we can't just score 3 runs. We can't win games when we just score 3 runs or 4 runs or something like that. Yeah, I know the girls play tonight at 6 p.m. tonight, right? They play 7 p.m. Central. So they might be on here another hour. So I want to watch it probably then. But I'm just saying, man, they got to be a little bit more aggressive. The one thing that I didn't like is Baker, man, was sitting there and let pitches just go by and not swing. I got a problem with that. If anything, I'm going down with the ship. I'm not just going to sit there and let a perfectly good ball just go by me and the count is already 3-2 or 2-3 or 2-2. You got to take that. And when they're not taking it, I think that's Ella Parker, and Ella Parker can't do it by herself. She can't. Ella is playing out of her mind right now, but I just think, man, a lot of things are shaping up against the girls a little bit, I guess if you can say. I think Texas got them. Texas got them earlier. That game's already over. Texas already sent them home 2-0. So right now, Texas is already in the championship game. I think, no watching pitches. You got to go down. I mean, if you can't make contact if you don't swing. You don't make contact if you don't swing. Me coaching softball for 15 years, my daughter, that's the one thing I always tell my daughter and everything. They never allowed her to really hit. They wanted her to slap bunt because she was so fast they can never throw out. So the older she got, the more she started to hit the ball, and I was more happy with that. You got to put the ball in play. Now, I know some coaches love playing small ball. I'm cool with small ball, but you got to find the right team to play small ball. We're so long in the season that, Bishop, I'm already on, big dog. Oh, crap. My bad, Bishop. I didn't send you the link, man. That's on me. Hold on, guys. I'm sending Bishop the link right quick. But if you don't put the ball in play, you can't win the game. And the more that OU let these pitchers, I mean, they left a total of 9 batters on base against Oregon. 9 batters. So I'm just think, man, Texas Tech, man, Najee Kennedy, man, that's gonna be a battle tonight, man, because she's the more rest you get, man, the better I think your chances are because the team is rested. Injuries come into play. You can sit there and do what you want to do, but I think that's why Oklahoma was so effective in the years that they swept all the teams and played, because while teams were playing, they were resting. And I think that Texas Tech got the better of the bracket. I think once Texas A&M went down, it was pretty much wide open for anyone. So yeah, seatbelt. I mean, look, I don't mind you going down swinging. That means you are aggressive. That means you are wanting to put the ball in play. But hoping and praying for a walk just to get on base, I got a problem with that. I got a problem with that big time, man. So yeah, Garcia, yeah, she's in a hitting slump. But if they are one thing about Oklahoma that I love that up against Texas Tech that I like, they played them before. Yes, without Najee Kennedy. Yes, they played them without her. But if they can get that ball in on, they can make contact and make them change and bring another pitcher in. That opens the floodgate because Bishop, I've already sent it. Check your email. I sent the link to you. If you could put the ball in play against this team, I think that Oklahoma's in Texas Tech head. They've been against Oklahoma. They've been up against Oklahoma in the Big 12 so many times. Oklahoma knows how to beat them. Now, with Najee and everything, it's going to be a tough battle. Now, can our pitching be good? I know Sam played last night, four or five innings. Is she going to be rested for the night? I just don't feel comfortable with anybody else. You know, I think Monticelli and everything might be a good person to put out there tonight. Uh, I just don't know and everything, man. What's up, Bishop? How's everything going, bud?
What's going on, man? My apologies.
No, man,
Couldn't
that's on
locate.
me. That's on me, man. I didn't send the link, so that's on me.
Okay, we're
But we're
good.
up here talking about the girls tonight, man. You know, I don't. I'm praying that we get our bats going tonight.
Yeah,
We've been in a slump. We scored 4 runs against Tennessee, a miraculous 3-run homer.
yeah,
That we had 1 run the whole seven innings, and then we scored 3 to win that game. Then the next
yeah,
game we scored 2 runs against Texas.
yeah,
So without I'm gonna be honest. Without Ella Parker, we would have been home.
right.
And
Well,
so
here's
I don't know. Yes, sir.
yeah. I think for the young ladies, I think a lot of them are pressing, are trying to do too much. When hey, whatever the pitch gives you, pass the bat, and that's what one thing that I'm starting to see is that the ones that can really relax and just take, you know, hunt that one pitch that you've been waiting on and make sure when it's there, you take care of it. But you don't have to always hit a home run. You could hit doubles, singles, triples. The main thing is keep the momentum going.
Well, I know one thing. Sid Sanders better move up in the batting lineup. She got to move up. I would replace her. Man, look, I'm gonna say this, and I mean all due respect, and I'm not trying to be mean to nobody, but our batting lineup and everything is not really good right now. Our
Yeah,
batting lineup I'm,
yeah.
I'm
I think for
just
the
keeping
most part,
it.
um, I think the young ladies need to understand you don't change when you get to this level. You don't change what you've been doing. You go deeper into
Yeah,
the fundamentals and keep the fundamentals at at present. Because understand, even Pickery at times seems to be pressing, and it's not. It hasn't changed. It's just a matter of understanding where you're at and being where your feet are at, and pass the bat. If you're gonna pass the bat, I loved it when we didn't hit a lot of home runs, but they kept getting singles, doubles, and triples. You keep
Yeah.
scoring if you keep doing that.
Well, see, Cassidy and Ella can't do it by themselves. I mean, Ella,
Right. I
they
agree.
can't. And last game was see it. Sydney Sanders came out of nowhere, and like I said, you got to go down with Sydney because Sydney is going to do what. But here's my thing, and maybe you guys can help me out on this. Okay,
Mhm.
excuse me. I'm sorry. I know that Gabby. I mean, Gabby's a freshman. I get it. She's in a slump. Barker cannot let pitches just go by and not swing. Sydney Barker let two pitches go by on a 2-2 count and didn't even swing. Didn't even swing. So I know we're young. I know we're young. I know that some of these guys, some of these girls never been here before. But that's when Sid and Ella and all those girls and everything, man, have to really tell them, hey, come with us. We'll lead you to the promised land. But something got to happen tonight, man. If they don't get the bats going, if Cassidy and Ella and Sydney don't get the bats going, man, look, I don't want to say that they're gonna go home, man. I believe in Sooner Magic. I believe in the girls, but I just don't know, man, because the last few games, man, we just haven't been able to score runs like we normally have.
And understand, remember how I showed you and I explained to everybody, family, that when you're going through a fire test, that's when you got to lean on your fundamentals, lean on what you know, and don't change up and trust that whatever is needed, I have it already. And so that's what, to me, it's like they're making the scene bigger than what it needs to be because it's still the same softball girls, same softball game. So we just got to be, even us as fans, we're starting to understand. Remember, these girls they are actually on the way to possibly five-peating, and it's unheard of. So understand when you go through something like that, at times you don't want to let others down that have gone before you, but understand this is your moment, and understand this is how you go through. Trust the process. Up until this point, nobody's been able to beat us but us. Seize the moment
Oh, so
and
true.
take what's rightfully yours.
So true, Bishop. So look, when you get beat and you only score one run, hey, that'll work against teams like, Arkansas Pine Bluff, Conway, Concord, University of Central Sister Mary the Blind. It'll work against them because they don't have the talent. But right now, we're so far off in the World Series college World Series that every team that you're playing is playing great softball. Now, don't get me wrong. Texas ain't really playing good ball. You won by 2-0. Tennessee just ran out of ammunition. They did. After they lost to Oklahoma, they had to win 3 games straight, correct? 3 games.
Yeah.
They beat
They had to
they,
win two today for
they
sure.
beat UCLA, and then they beat Ole Miss, then they beat UCLA, and then they went up against Texas and lost Texas. So they had to win 2 games after Oklahoma. Oklahoma went and won the game against Oregon. And like I said, that game looked ugly from the beginning. I'll say this, guys, and you can quote me on this, and it's 6/14, 6/2, 2025. If Oklahoma can get by Texas Tech, they're going to beat Texas. Now, that might be a long shot. Now, I mean, Comanche, Sooner, I don't know. I think we could do it. We beat Kennedy first game. I think we could do it. We beat Kennedy the first game 4-2, second game 1-0. 1-0. I mean, I know Texas Tech don't got a good offense. They don't. They don't. Let me check. Let me while you talk, Mason, let me check and see what Texas Tech, what's the most runs they've scored in the world in women's college
Right. Yeah,
a
definitely
playoff.
will. But
I mean,
what I will share with people is that when you have Nigel Kennedy, you can win like 4-1, 3-1, 4-2. But when you have to go back, a possibility of going back to back, it's up to us to seize the moment. And every time we get a hit or get people on base, we can't leave people on base. That's been our Achilles heel. We have momentum, but we've been stopping our own momentum by not taking care of the little things and passing the bat. And wouldn't
all right.
y'all agree, Chad?
hmm All right. Since the World Series, excuse me, since the Women's College World Series began, okay, it started on Thursday, May 29th. The first game Texas Tech had was Ole Miss. They beat Ole Miss 1-0. Okay. Then turned around and played UCLA. They beat UCLA 3-1. All right.
Correct.
So Oklahoma, the first time the first game they played Tennessee. They beat Tennessee 4-3. All right. Then they played Texas and lost 4-2. Then Oklahoma had to go down and play Oregon, and they beat Oregon. They beat Oregon 4-1.
Yep.
So it's not like anybody's been scoring. Nobody's okay. Look, since we've been in the college world, the only team that's ever put up a lot of points this so far this season was Tennessee when they beat Florida 11-3. Ever since then, nobody scored more than 6 points. The
Yeah.
whole two out of all these games, only two teams have scored more than 6 points, and one was Tennessee, who got sent home today, and the other one was Oregon, who Oklahoma sent home yesterday.
Yeah.
Even Texas, they beat Florida 3-0. They beat Oklahoma 4-2. So I guess the magical number is 4.
Yeah.
But we've been struggling for the last few games. So I don't know, Bishop. I really don't know, man. I want to sit here and say that I have confidence in the girls,
Mm-hmm.
but yes, seatbelt.
I actually believe the first game today is going to be a breakout for the young ladies because they realize that the last couple of games they left so many people on the base path. In the Texas game, I think we did something like 8 to 9 runners on left in the field when we got the third out. That's you beating yourself, not Texas beating us. You beating yourself to not understand the game and knowing that. And when you got people in position, let's not worry about hitting home runs. Let's put the ball in play where they're not, so that way we can push runs across. And when the time you can hit a home run, hit a home run. But the key is to pass the bat. And when you have people on uh, third and second and third, and you have the potential of moving them along,
Yeah.
we got to seize the moment. At least one run. One run needs to come across each time you got people on the base path. If you could do that, you have a greater chance of winning right now.
Well, we've never put pressure on people. You can't put pressure on people when you only got one run. When you put like 6, 7 runs on you, now you got to rethink a lot of things. But
Yeah.
one run ain't nothing. But seatbelt. The reason why we lost Nugent and Erickson because
Yeah.
Mackenzie Henson came back.
Yeah.
Mackenzie came back and they both left. We wasn't gonna give up Mackenzie just for them. I mean, you got to set one more year. Sit on the bench, get that extra ring. The next season is all yours. But they both would have been fighting for the same position, so we would have lost one of them.
Yeah.
We would have lost either Nugent or Erickson. So we ended up losing both of them because Mackenzie came back. But it ended up working out in our favor because we ended up winning another ring with Mackenzie in that miraculously home run that she put against Clemson.
Yeah.
So
I just think for the most part that these young ladies are growing up. They are now ambassadors. There are no more freshmen on our team, and now they're starting to realize that this is this is where pinnacle of where you want to be, but you don't change up what you've been doing. And I think a lot of them had allowed the game to get bigger than it needed to be, and that they were trying to do too much, or they try to get the home run swing. Uh, I've been surprised at Emery. Emery's been hitting singles, doubles, and then home runs, and she's been the one we've been concerned about Hicks starting over her.
This is what I would do, Bishop. If I'm
Yeah,
Patty, if I'm Patty, just being honest. Start with one bad pitcher. I mean, one bad hitter, one good one. One bad, one good. You have to mix it up a little bit. You can't put your all your hot players 1 through 4, and then if we don't get no runs, now 5 through 9, we don't get anything. That's gonna be two. That's gonna be 2 innings of nothing. And I mean, we can't take that chance right now. But I believe you're right on one point. They know that Najee and everything is an opponent that can really do damage. I think we're gonna see a different team tonight coming out hitting and swinging at anything. Now, I don't mind you striking out, but don't let pitches just go by you, hoping that you gonna get a walk. Now, if we do get runners on base,
yeah.
let's play small ball.
That's
Let's play,
exactly what I was
let's play
talking
small ball.
about.
Let's play small
Yeah,
ball. Let's advance the runners. And then now, because when you get runners on second and third and there's no outs, or second base and there's no outs, the calls from the calls from the pitching coach, it changes. You'll get a lot of high rise balls because you're gonna want a lot of pop outs. You won't get
correct.
low balls because because grounders sometimes hit that dirt and make a certain movement, and then you SOL and then a run scores. I just feel like we gotta be attacking tonight. We got to attack tonight.
I agree.
Can't let the pitches go by us and look at them and with deer in the headlights, looking like okay, because she's gonna throw a lot of high rises. We know what she's gonna throw. A lot of change ups and a lot of high rise. If we lay off the high rise, we in good shape.
Yeah,
But it also
yeah,
depends on who's the ump back there too, what his or her zone is like.
yeah. Well, let's just be honest. When it gets to this point, it's the best of the best, and it's all about the small things. Is what win you championship. Defense and making sure when you get people in running on base, you got to find a way to get them home. You have to have a greater percentage of them getting home than staying on base and going 3 outs.
Yeah. Someone just said OU's. Hold on, let me see that. It says OU baseball season about to come to an end. Good fight, guys. I mean, I never really had any expectation for them. That baseball program in the SEC is a whole different beast.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Even the teams like Vanderbilt, good.
They are
Everybody, Ole Miss, who won it last year. Like I said, everybody. Tennessee.
Yeah,
I was shocked that Texas got sent home early.
yeah,
I was shocked.
yeah.
So it is what it is, Bishop, man. But like I said, I'm just hoping that the girls show up tonight.
I know they will, because the simple fact is you gotten to the place where you wanted to be, and first and foremost is that you can't keep having the same type of audience and not getting people across. Not only that, you with Niger Kennedy, she's not going to miss. She's going to put it where either you're going to hit it or she's going to get a strikeout. So if that's the case, small ball is which is required to win.
One thing
So,
I've noticed, Bishop, and I'm sorry to interrupt you, that
mhm,
I've noticed that she has not been able to do on a consistent basis is react to bunts, get up there, and then make the throw over there. And even if you do, sometimes, man, you got to be perfect at that because if we see how Sam does it, sometimes, man, the ball just go wild, and then you at third base. I mean,
yeah,
small ball. Some folks think it's stupid, but small ball, man, makes you do something, man, that's very uncharacteristic. It makes you
correct.
be disciplined.
Yeah.
A lot of people get to this point in their in the women's college world series, and then they get
Hmm.
out of being characteristic and out of being normal.
Yeah.
Do things that you've always done all season. Now all of a sudden you want to do some stuff that you never done before. You want to play the hero. Just do your job.
Yeah.
Just do
Well,
your job.
I put it like this: we have the potential and we have the blueprint. They just got to trust it and implement it,
Yeah.
and everything will be fine.
Well, seatbelt. They spent so much money to get her here. They got some pictures, but they ain't at the caliber of what she is. They spent a whole lot of money to get her there.
Yeah.
So, and that coach is the same coach, man, that's from Louisiana Tech. So Sam knows him, and
Yeah.
everybody was shocked that Sam didn't go where he went. I think Sam already had her mind up. She was ready to go to Oklahoma. But let me tell you something that's going on right now. There's some things in the woodwork that's happening right now that Oklahoma is never going to have this problem again with pitching. I think Patty's going to go out there in the portal in the offseason and make a splash and get some pitchers, man, that's going to bring it back to us. We've been so spoiled with all the pitchers that we've had. Everybody thought that Nicole May was not the best asset. I think Nicole May was always on point. She's not going to throw away the fly ball. She's not going to come out and smoke by you like Jordy Ball. I think with Jordy, and I think with when we had Nicole, and I think when we had who else we had and everything, Jordy Ball, May, Nicole. Who else do we have as the pitcher?
Uh,
Gene Juarez, when she was there,
yeah.
Max Kelly Maxwell last year. We went
Yeah.
and got
Kelly
people.
Maxwell.
We went and got
Yeah.
people to support our cast in batting. Our batting now. Don't get me wrong. I think OU is going to be real good the next few years because you got one senior at Sid. Well, two, Sid and Sam.
Yeah.
Two.
That, you got three tops, but two actually play.
But the other one can come back if she wants to because she still has that risk. She still has
Oh,
that
that's right.
a
You're right.
COVID
Right.
risk shirt. But because
Yeah.
they were talking about it yesterday, they was like two have to actually leave. That's Sid and that's Sam.
Yeah. Yeah.
If Oklahoma gets these girls to come back and then add the 5 top recruits that they got coming in and then go in the portal and surround pitching around these girls, that's it. But I'm just hoping, man. And like I said, us OU fans have to be open to open to the thought that these girls might not get it done tonight. I don't want to hear no negative thing. I don't want to hear none of that shit. These girls are young. They have achieved more than what I thought they would. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. I always kept saying they're too young, they're too young, they're too young. If you're gonna get Oklahoma, this is the year. This is the year to get Oklahoma.
Yes. Still says 5 through 9 gotta contribute. I
Oh yeah,
agree,
oh
still.
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
if
Got to.
if Oklahoma plays Oklahoma ball and gets the bat going, can't nobody beat them.
That's what I was saying. We've been beating ourselves because we haven't took care of what we can control. And when you do that, you're airing on yourself and you're causing the game to be harder than what it needs to be.
Yeah,
Because now you're playing big bop, and everybody knows if you play small ball to big ball, that's when you do run rule people because you get the momentum going, then you can start bopping people.
seatbelt, you are correct. Emily has been struggling, man, but hey, it don't look. Before last game, Sid was struggling.
Yeah.
Sid was struggling. But Sid
Yeah.
came out there and said, take these 2 home run pills and call me in the morning. That last
But
home run
did
she
you?
hit, man, it cleared the fence.
Yeah. Did you notice her demeanor? Her she was calm. She was not allowing no pitchers to freak her out. She stayed within herself and trusted the process. That's what everybody on the team has to do. You gotta, no matter what happened that last pitch, shake it off, come back into the box, and hunch your pitch. The process never changes. You got to trust the process and follow through.
Yeah. Seatbelt, that has been one of my concerns and everything. I've officiated high school and travel ball, softball as an
Yeah.
ump. And I make sure that my zone is something and everything, man, that is consistent. I don't try to be all over the place. I don't that ooh and ah and all that don't appease to me. I give you a zone, and that zone is consistent the whole game. I don't
Yep.
care. Nobody gonna make me change my zone. But I think a lot of these coaches, a lot of these umps, their zone is all over the place. And some things that are balls, the next pitch come right back to the same place, same zone. They call it strike. So make your zone consistent. So,
Yeah.
but there again, I'm not going to be I'm not going to be down on these girls if they can't get it done. I'm hoping that they will get it done because I really believe that they can beat Texas Tech 2 times in a row because Texas Tech really hasn't been challenged yet, not by a juggernaut offense. Because when we go back and look at who they played, Ole Miss ain't no juggernaut. UCLA ain't no juggernaut hitting wise. Uh, yeah, they're not no juggernaut on So I don't know, man. I want to be optimistic. I want to be like
Right.
our girls got it and everything, man. But I want to be realistic and set myself up of hey, the girls might not get it done, and if they don't, I'm okay.
Yeah. Well, if I might piggyback off of that, Coach, to go through the SEC and to be the SEC champs, look what type of pitching is in the SEC and type of hitting versus everywhere else. They got some few and sprinkled out throughout the other, but when you go down the SEC list, for you to become champions of that league, you have went through the gauntlet, and so it's up to them to realize you are champions already, and now you're coming into your rightful place. And yes, before you get your promise, you have to go through the fire. Period. Point blank. That's what this deal with Texas. You can't leave 8 to 11 people on base without bringing at least half of them home. Can't do it and beat a team like Texas. So it's just a learning curve, but that's what's so beautiful about this team.
Yeah,
They're so young that they're walking into something that they didn't even know that they were have the true potential to do, but it's already done. So it's already written. So trust the process and do it.
it's been a stat on ESPN dealing with the SEC softball.
Mhm.
Everybody in the SEC is losing 40 to 50% of their offense and defense next year. You know how much offense and defense Oklahoma's losing? 2%.
Yeah,
2%. So you
yeah,
mean tell me this team makes it to the semifinals and you got plethora of freshmen? That is a disaster for a nightmare to happen for whoever plays them next year because nobody in the SEC is going to be top heavy like Oklahoma is. And that's the one thing that I feel like a lot of people, even when we go to football with the SEC, they don't want Oklahoma to be good. Because when Oklahoma start being good in football, those guys that'll go into Georgia and Alabama and Ole Miss and Tennessee and all of them, they're trickling their way down to Norman and Texas. So I'm hoping the girls pull it out, but if they don't, I'm good with it. I'm good with it.
Yeah.
I
Win, lose,
really
or
am.
draw. We know we know the answer is four. And when you got a fourth person in your on your staff, you're good to go. You trust the process and you do your best. And whatever your best is, we're with you.
Yes, Comanche Sooner. Yes, Alex Storako. Yeah, she was another one. Transferred from Michigan.
Yeah.
Came in and got her ring.
Yeah.
Kelly came in and got her ring. Juarez came in and got her ring. What was the old girl that came from
Hope Trotman.
Hope Troutman came in from, I think she came in from Tulane. Was
I
Tulane?
forgot the name. But she had a no hitter down where she came from.
She came from somewhere.
So I forgot. It's not coming to my mind right now. But someone in the chat would know. Hit us up. What did Hope Trotline come?
Hey, I would love to have Nicole May right now. I would love to have Nicole May right now.
And see, that's the thing that when you're in these positions, that's when you love people like Nicole May, because she was clutch. She's gonna give up some, but understanding she's gonna keep you in it to where, hey, as long as you give her run support, you're good to go.
Yeah. Came from. Hold on, I'm gonna find out where she came from. She came from North Texas.
There you go.
North Texas.
Latrell.
Oh, did he get it?
No.
Oh,
North Texas.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Sid always comes through clutch in the World Series. Though every year it seems like Audrey Laurie is being trained up. She's a freshman. This team is fine. Yeah. They're not supposed to be competing this season. Yes, Kimberly Kane. That's why I said, if you're going to get Oklahoma, this is the year.
Yeah.
We got to understand, man. They can't win it every year. We got to be. we got to accept that fact that Patty is the GOAT, but they ain't gonna win it every year, man. Even though we think they can, you got to let you got to let somebody else win it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you got to let somebody else win it.
Look.
Yeah.
Do we? Wink, wink.
I'm telling you guys, if they can conjure up enough gumption and run support to get by Texas Tech, they beat in Texas.
Yeah, I do. And I like to piggyback off of Kimberly K. If that freshman didn't get hurt, that freshman pitcher didn't get hurt, man, you talking about an arm that's ready. That once she gets her confidence back, is just, we couldn't bring it along like we wanted to after being hurt. And when you rush somebody like that, if they start getting rocked, especially as a freshman, then you're starting to get into their mentals.
Yeah, hold on. Somebody said something that I want to piggyback off.
Audrey.
No, it was somebody said, I'm gonna get it. Somebody said here it is. Coach Ricks, what do you think about the pitching? I like Sam Landry is good, but I can't see her as being elite. I think if we would have gotten Kennedy, we would have won up. If we would have got Kennedy, we would be undefeated, because the games that we did lose was because of our pitching.
Yeah.
Our pitching gave up way too many runs. Way too many runs.
And here's what I will say is that Landry is good for what she stands for, but she can't do it all herself. She's not built, she's not built to be like a quarter horse where you can pitch one game after another. Kennedy, when she was at Stanford, she was their pitching staff. So that's a little different.
Yeah. Seatbelt said Hope came from North Texas. Yeah, we figured that out. I'll believe someone else can win it when someone else does. Hey, okay. Let's say OU wins the first game, but then loses the second game. Does it change the way you feel about this team, even if they don't win the first game? If they go in there and lose the first game, is it going to change the way you would feel if they won one game and then lost the second one?
Not for me. Nobody gave us a chance to be here. We were supposed to be sixth in the SEC.
Yeah, that's kind of wild that we're supposed to be sixth. Now, I know that the SEC is mighty. I do. But you guys think that Oklahoma dodged the SEC when they won those four in a row? They didn't dodge them. Y'all just didn't. Y'all did. Hey, I remember last year we beat the brakes off Tennessee last year. Everybody thought it was going to be a great game. It was 9-0 before anybody even got out of the seat. So,
yeah,
I think Oklahoma, man. I how can I put this, man, and we all understand it? I don't know if we're going to show up tonight. I believe we will. I believe Patty's going to tell them you're going up against an elite pitcher now who can put the ball anywhere she want to put it. So you won't get those good looks no more. When you get a good look, you better take it because she can put that ball on the outside and make it look funky, and you'll go for it. So we got to be willing to go down with the swing. We got to. If we could put pressure on Kennedy, because like I said, nobody has a batting coach like JT.
Yeah.
Oh, you girls can hit the ball when they want to hit the ball. I think that they're thinking too much. I think that they're trying to find the perfect pitch. You won't find the perfect pitch no more in this season. It's going to be on the outsides or on the insides or low or high. It's not going to be down the middle of Blueberry Lane like you want it. It ain't going to be down the lane. Unless she gets in the 3-0 count, then she'll give you one down the middle because she got no choice.
Yeah.
So, well, I'm hoping. I mean, you guys always know that whenever we feel like Oklahoma ain't gonna do it this year, not this game, man. It's kind of they go out there and blow somebody out. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but I feel like I'm doubting them. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. I hate saying it, but I gotta try to be a realist on my podcast. Is that I gotta keep it to, like I said last night. I don't feel bad that they lost, but it hurt because that's not them. That's not them when they lost to Texas. That's not them.
My answer is 4.
Fourth man, yeah.
No, 4. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My answer is 4. For the rest of this tournament, no matter which way, the answer is 4. And if you understand that, then go play the game that you love as a kid.
Yes.
And play it to the best of your ability, and wherever it falls, you're good to go.
She's a hitter out this world. She can hit the ball too. See, we've never saw that side of her because Stanford only wanted her to pitch and rest.
Yeah.
Because they had nobody else.
I think it actually made her a lot better being a hitter so that she understands it from that side. But once again, she's not Superman or Superwoman. So we just gotta, when we have our chances and she makes mistakes or she puts something too fat, you gotta seize the moment.
All right. Any more thing that you want to talk about softball, man? I'm gonna jump on to what most of us want to talk about, and that's Oklahoma City Thunder versus the Indiana Pacers.
Yes, sir.
You got
I'm ready.
All right. Now, I got a text from someone. Let me bring it up and everything because he might be in the chat. I want to let him know that I got his email, and we're gonna talk about it. All right. Let me see. Dwayne text me. Let me get the text right quick. Dwayne texted me earlier and everything. Dwayne's always texting me, like I said, and it's good because I like the interaction that me and Dwayne have and everything. He texts me and he says, all right. He says, well, coach, it looks like we're playing the Pacers in the playoffs. How do you think we match up against them? Then he said, let's go. I said, I'll do a review or preview of that matchup. And said, thanks. So my preview of that matchup is this. I think that it's a mismatch because even though Indiana is a skillful team, they got a lot of two guards. A lot of two guards, a lot of guys that can get that bucket off and create their own shot. One thing they don't got. One thing they don't got. They don't got a 3-head monster that's 7 foot tall.
Facts.
If you got 3 monsters that's 7 feet tall, that's a problem. Now, to me, I think Shea Alexander is, Shea gonna get his points. He gonna get his points. I don't see nobody stopping Shea from getting his points. Now, if Shea goes, I think Shea needs to have more assists. He's averaging 7 assists a game, but in the playoffs, he's averaging 9 assists. If he can increase his assists by 2 or 3,
right?
This series might go 5. It might go 5.
Right.
But I'm gonna do a Shannon Sharp one. All right. All right.
In a piece.
Here it is. Yeah, no. Here it is. Hey, seatbelt. Watch this. He can wear a sport coat in the rain. No. That ain't what I said. He can wear a raincoat. He can ride a billy goat. He can be out on the 7 seas riding a speedboat. Thunder and 5.
You wildin'.
Thunder and 5. Thunder and 5.
Here's what I will say. Oklahoma City was built the right way, and there's not many teams that were built like them from the foundation. And this NBA finals is going to show just that. How they were built is what the new model is going to be.
Well, they gave up so much to get rid of KD. They gave up so much to get rid of James Harden. They gave up so much to get rid of brain fart. Brain. No, they gave up so much to get. They gave up so much for Kevin Durant. They gave up so much for James Harden, and that's the other one that can't get past him, Westbrook.
That's what I said.
And then also Paul George. They had 9 or 10 first-round draft picks after giving up all those people. Now, when they first got those guys, it took them a while, and OKC was bad for a while. Because see, Keontae was there for a while, and even Keontae was like, we had the pieces. It was just that we were young.
Right.
We were young when Keontae got traded to the Hornets or the Bobcats or whatever you want to call it. He was sad to go because he was like, I know a year or 2 or 3 they'll be there because we got all the right pieces.
Right.
So he talks to those guys right now, man. Him and Shea and all them guys, man, they still talk. And I'm like, that's pretty cool, man. But I just think that OKC just got too much weapons, man. And Caruso's gonna be a pest.
Beast, not a pest. That man is a beast.
I think Caruso, and this is just my opinion. I hope it don't sound racist because I'm not trying to sound racist. I'm not. But to me, Austin Reeves and Caruso, man, look, they can go battle with me any day. Them 2 WBs, and we call them WBs for white boys. We always say that, but it is what it is. We keep it real. Them are 2 best guys besides Larry Bird that I fear if I get on the basketball court. Now, take it, guys. I'm not trying to sound, it's just an old-fashioned thing that they always thought that most white guys can't play, can't jump. It's a stigma. I'm just saying what everybody wants to say off the court. I think that Austin Reeves is one of the best 2 guards. I think that Caruso and everything is one of the best defenders I've seen since Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, he's a
pest. He's a pest, but he's a good pest. He just gets in your ass and makes you do things and makes you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, and the whole team plays defense, and that's what wins championships. You got to play defense, so then it makes your offense. That's why they've been winning it's been so lopsided when they win, is because they put you on lockdown. They put you in seatbelt mode.
I like that, John. He can be a pacer, speed racer, gin with a chaser, thunder and 5.
You need to pinpoint that one. That's it.
Yeah, I like
That
that
was
one.
it.
I like that. I like that.
I
I like
like
that.
that
Hey,
one.
anybody else give me something? I'll put it up there. I'll put it up there. Hey, hey, Cephalosa on everything. Now that's a hey, David, you old school. You old school. I like that. No. That's a good comparison. That's a damn good comparison. Dwayne
Yeah,
says, Coach Ricks, James Harden sold us because when he played LeBron for the championship, he was nowhere to be found.
yeah.
Well, they were young guys. Look, that that Miami Heat team was a cheat code. When LeBron and Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh got together, that was a cheat code, man. Everybody wasn't ready for that because you had two players that was at the prime of their career on the same team. D Wade at that point in time, besides Kobe, was the best two guard. LeBron was a cheat code in Miami. So I mean, I love basketball, man. Like I said, basketball is my first love. I love basketball more than anything, man. I love it more than football. If I can't play basketball no more, you might as well go ahead and just put my grave down 6 feet deep. I play basketball every day. Every day. Shoot somewhere every day. So I just think that OKC just got too much firepower, man. And
Yeah.
they've only lost how many games at home in the playoffs? Two.
They've been yeah.
At
And it
home.
too. Yeah.
And then in the regular season, they lost 4. So this team is battle tested. And I'm thinking, man, they just got too many weapons, man. You know who's gonna show out? I think Jalen Williams is gonna show out.
Yep.
But I think Chet Holmgren and everything, man, is gonna set it off because that's a skill set, man, that Indiana can't match. He can shoot. He shoots 37% from the 3-point line.
And can go slam the basketball.
Can go anywhere. So that's why I'm
Yep.
saying, man, a lot of us, man, we I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm just so happy, man, to see OKC there, man. To be honest, I think it's well overdue. I think it's needed. I think that it's good for Oklahoma to have the NBA Finals in OKC.
Yeah,
I-
just think you got the NBA Finals and you got the College World Series for the women, all in the same day.
same location.
Yep.
So here's a question for you guys. Honest to God question. Put it in the comments. If you had tickets to see Oklahoma versus Texas Tech, or tickets to see OKC and the Indiana Pacers, which one would you go to? Put it in the
I
comments.
ain't choosing. I'm going to both.
You can't go to both.
Hey, it's my world.
Dude,
I'm
you
being
stupid.
messy. Don't look.
Hey,
Come on, bro. That's like a no-brainer.
I would go to the NBA Finals.
Yeah. Hey.
Comments. I mean, I want to see Thunder because it's on my birthday. Today your birthday? Kimberly K? Today your birthday? Thunder because it's my birthday. If it's your birthday, go ahead.
Happy birthday. When is your birthday now?
Is it Kimberly K? Is it your birthday?
Girl, you should have spoke up.
No. This is the Thunder's second NBA championship.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Oh, it's Thursday.
Okay.
Still, where was you at when they had KD and Westbrook and James Harden when they played Miami in the NBA final? That didn't.
Yeah, they were there.
That didn't count. He said Thunder first NBA championship.
Oh, that's what I thought you said they won it. No,
He said, I'm here in OKC. I heard that the nosebleed section are going for $850. Yeah.
Easy.
Damn, $850?
Yep, easy.
Oh man, I'll get me some popcorn and get me a ginger ale and sit in front of my TV and watch that ball game, man. I ain't paying no $850 for no tickets.
Hey, can I change my answer?
For what?
Maybe I'll be going to the women's the women's semifinal.
Well, look,
Nah, I'm teasing. I'm just being. That's just being Bishop. Just being messy. I'm
well,
just
look,
being messy. You good?
we're on, and I know that everybody wants to watch the ball game. The ball games get ready to come on here in about 5 more minutes. So I'll make sure that we get off before that because I know everybody wants to see that game. I know
Yeah.
everybody's going to be nervous. I'm going to be nervous as well. I'm going to tell you what I do, and I'm being honest. This is what I do. There's sometimes, man, I turn the TV off and listen for my notification come on my ESPN account
Really?
because I'm nervous like that. When a team that I
Oh.
love, man, and I don't like seeing my team lose. I don't like seeing my
Oh.
team go through obstacles, man, that's uncharacteristic, that's not them. So I don't want to watch it. And it bothers me, man, is because I want it so bad for these girls, man, because it seems like everybody is hating on them because of what the previous four did. If that
Yeah.
makes sense. There's people that don't want them to win because of what the past four girls did.
Mm.
So
Yeah. I know.
what's
For me,
what's up, Jason?
uh, that the other day when they played Oregon, it was that I realized that we had to have another pitcher other than Sam come through. So it wasn't the hitting; it was the pitching that I went to something else and wait till they came back to bat.
Is it me or does Christian Deal make me nervous?
That's
She makes
that's
me
what I was
she
about to
makes
say.
me
Is that
nervous.
whenever she pitch, it I don't know what it is, but
She
it's
can be
just like.
on and in good, but then she can be off, man. It gets ugly bad.
But what it is, sometimes she leaves it too fat over the plate,
Yeah.
and it almost like serves it up. And then other times she hits the right spots, and they can't touch her.
I
So
just hope, man, that we have a good turnout tonight, man. Like I said, at the end of the day, I don't mind them going down as long as you go down with the ship. Stop looking at pitches come by you without swinging at it. You got to make contact. You got to make
yeah,
contact. And if you put enough pressure on Kennedy, it can turn the tables because there is nobody after her
yeah,
that I feel like Oklahoma fears. Now they got a lot of video, a lot of footage on her from last year when they played, but I'm pretty sure she's gotten better this year than she did last year. But I think Oklahoma does have the capability of beating Texas Tech.
hey, I just love the opportunity
Hello, Rod.
that we're in, and that we can finish where we needed to start and get into the World Series, and that's my pick. That
All right,
we go avenge and win against Texas.
all right,
So in order to do that, first step we got to take on Nigel Kennedy, which we're more than capable to do.
yeah. Well, hey man, I'm about to get up off here, man. But I got one announcement to make, man. That's a real big deal. That is a real big deal. I had a clinic over the weekend. A young kid, his mom and dad are alumni from the University of Clemson, and they've beat her before. Yeah, they beat her before. They he's in my clinic, and mom and dad came in and sat down and talked to me. Said that they watched the podcast, and come to find out, remember the comment that the woman said that by her watching our show that her and her husband can communicate and talk better now, and that
Yeah,
she understands the basic fundamentals of football.
yeah.
They donated $1,000, man, to my account over the weekend. $1,000 and everything, all because of me and you communicating the way that we communicate, making it funny, making it laughable, and her and her husband can communicate more. And I just wanted to share that and everything, man. So Jessica and Tim McFadden, man, I really
God be the
appreciate the
glory.
donation.
Thank you, Lord.
Thank you guys so much, man,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
what that does and everything, man, I'm going to use some of it for the podcast to upgrade some things and do things like that. But I told them that I'm going to donate it all to the foundation that we've built for the inner kids and everything in Charlotte to make sure a lot of those kids get to go to some of the fundamentals, some of the camps, and some of the get some of the shoes. There's kids, man, that don't have shoes, that don't have backpacks, don't have a lot of that stuff. So that means a lot to me, man, when a person comes out of their pocket and cash out me $1,000 to put it toward the kids and give it to me. Say, you do whatever you want to do with it because we see you doing great things. So that means so much to me, guys, and everything, man. Yes, congratulations, great stuff. I appreciate it more than you know, man, because this is a long ride, a long journey. But I love doing stuff like this, man, because it means that I'm doing what God had me in store for me to do. Is touch people's lives and everything, man, and do it in a positive way. So thank you guys again. Bishop, anything else you want to do, man? Anything else you want to you want to add?
Hey, everybody in here, let's pull on the same rope. The answer is 4 from now on. Big salute.
That's good. That's good. That's good. Oh, Kimberly K. They also wanted to know any updates on the job search. That's the hottest topic, Bishop, that we get so far is Kimberly K and her job search. Everybody's like, has Kimberly K got a job yet? I was like, who are you? And she was like, we watch your podcast and we want to know, has she got a job yet? You know, because we're watching to find out so we can see hallelujah and God bless her. I'm like, okay, you scaring the crap out of me because that's weird. So not a blessing. Now that's a blessing. Yes. So Kimberly K,
it is.
Any update? Or are we still just in God's hand and waiting on something positive and everything? Just shoot me a text later if you can. Until then, thank you guys, man, for jumping in. Only update is that I'm still praying and applying. Hey, I'll let them know. Until then, man, you guys have a wonderful night. Stay blessed. Another thing. Thank you guys again. Bishop, we are moving on up the food chain. Our podcast is growing in numbers like it is. Last time we checked, man, we was at 307. Now we're at 312.
God be the glory.
So we got 5 more subscribers, man.
As long as we can keep ministering, that's all that matters to me.
Man, I love it, man. Like I said, I think that I'm finally getting like Jason said, the more you keep hitting that record, it gets easier and easier. And Jason, you're so right. We're hitting that record now, man. Everything is just getting easier and easier and easier. We're getting more comfortable. Me and Bishop are playing off one another. We know how to compliment each other and how to say things. And so I'm just blessed, man, that it's heading in the right direction and everything, man. Because
shout out to
312
all I think Jason Watkins. Big salute.
Oh, yeah, man. I got to give my big brother some props, man. Like I said, he gave me a lot of information that I've been avoiding, but I won't avoid it no more. I think I'm doing my calling right now, man, on this podcast. So we're going to keep it going in the right direction. So big salute, man, to everybody. Bishop, man, you have a wonderful evening.
You too now.
Until then, man, Boomer Sooner. Let's go, girls. Let's go get those bats going and everything, man. And then we'll keep it going. Until then, you guys have a wonderful night. Boomer Sooner, big dog.
I'm just getting money. I'm just getting money. Homie making good, my money need a loan. I'm just getting money. I'm just